Hello. Hi, Linda B. Hi, JLo. Yes, that was one of the first few decks I bought. I think it was the second or third deck I bought, that one that was on the picture, the waiting picture. What is Orange Man's Next View? Yeah. Hi, Uncover the News. Yes. Yeah. Hi, what? I hope all of you guys are staying as safe and comfortable as you can. If you're in Texas, keep, and you've got power. Yeah, there's actually, and if you're without power, there's something that somebody posted on Facebook. I'll find it. And it's a little trick. And you need a sort of mid-sized terracotta, a brown terracotta flower pot, a couple of bricks, and just some long burning tea light candles, or a candle like this, something like that. And apparently it can heat a decent size, medium room, and you don't need any electricity or anything. So hang on a minute. I'll see if I can find it. So let's see. And I hope that everyone is keeping as well as they can. Hi, Flora. Hi, Wildheart, Christine Thomas, Debbie Fitzsimmons. Yeah, hi, Judy Gagini. I am just trying to find this thing. So if you haven't seen it on Facebook or something, it's a very neat little trick to warm a room. I mean, it doesn't bring it to, apparently it's very effective to warm a room. I don't think it'd be a really big room, but you're near Pittsburgh, 3 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know millions of people in Texas are without power. Yeah, I'm going to ask if Beto O'Rourke going to end up as the governor of Texas. Beto, governor, Texas. I'm going to, I should have saved the picky of it to my phone. I've seen a couple of different posts just showing different, but it's a very simple setup to do. So just bear with me. Yeah. Now, you want one of those, reddish brown terracotta pots. Doesn't have to be huge. If you have quite a large one, I suppose you can put quite a few candles under it. Here's one. So this is one example of it. So if you can see that, it's a terracotta flower pot, a proper terracotta one. It's sitting on some bricks, and underneath it, it's got like a candle in a jar, or you can use tea light candles or something, and it heats the terracotta, and apparently the terracotta puts out quite a nice warmth, and it can provide heat for one room. This person, they grew up in Alaska, and they used to use it up in Alaska. So it's yeah, really handy. So I'll show that to you guys again. See, just putting a terracotta pot on top of a couple of bricks with some candle underneath it, and terracotta does warm up. And yeah, so if you without power and you're trying to find a way, if you've got a old flower pot or out the back or something, it's all, yeah. Hi BMC, all from Snow White, Texas. Yeah, I know that the Texas Hill Country gets snow every now and then, but like the whole of Texas is just white at the moment. So, and if you are having sporadic power outages, that's one way in which you can warm a room, you know, with relative safety without having to light fires inside or anything. Well, the thing is, the big candle, you could light a big candle under it, but it's because it warms the terracotta, and the terracotta is warmed all over, and it puts out the heat because the terracotta is porous and the porous heat. So yeah, it is like a rocket stove or something. So hi Kathy W, how are you going in Missouri? 40 degrees in North Carolina. My niece lives in Asheville, so it looks like you guys haven't got any snow or anything, but I don't know, but it'd still be cold. I'll have to email Robin and ask her. Yeah. So how about we make a start, my darlings? As you can see, I sorted out the sound problem. Gave me a huge fright because I had an interview today, but I sorted it out last night. But by the time I sorted it out, it sort of had thrown me right off from what I wanted to do. Hello to everyone who is watching and not necessarily commenting. Yeah, hi Sherry French, Debbie Fitzsimmons. Your daughter is in Asheville, Christine Thomas. Oh, okay. My niece lives there with her husband and her 2 kids. Yeah, that's, I'm not thinking that Asheville's quite a decent size. I'm not going to think if you live in Asheville, you know everyone. People used to think if you lived in like Townsville in North Queensland, you would know everyone, and that's not necessarily true. Yeah. I won't give out my niece's name, but if you PM Christine Thomas, I don't know if you're on my Facebook or not, but if you are, you could PM me your niece's name, and I can then PM, or your daughter's name, and then I can PM my niece and see if they know each other. Yeah. Hello, Missy. Cameos, come and join me. I'm going to put the fan on because it's quite a bit humid here. I'm just wondering if we're going to get winter, if we're going to get snow in Perth this year. We do occasionally get snow down around the ranges down near north of Albany and stuff, the Stirling Ranges and things. There's occasionally we get some snow there. But if Texas can get covered in snow, who's to say we won't get snowed in Perth, you know? Hi, Harry's mum. So what is now? -11 this morning. Oh. Now, So I want to have a look and ask, is Beto O'Rourke going to run for the Texas governor? Run for governor for Texas? Is Beto O'Rourke going to run for governor for Texas? Now, I think Abbott isn't due up for re-election till 2024, I think, unless it's next year. Beto O'Rourke, will he run for governor of Texas? He's certainly got a legacy of service behind him, and I also think there's a lot of families in Texas that would support him. I think the Texas Democratic Party might come and, you know, offer him the chance. He might be offered the chance. How you going, Missy? I've got to work on a bit of an angle at the moment. He was on today and he was certainly expressing his judgment about things. He might be called upon, like, by the party to do so. I think there is a definite trend to want to have him there. He would definitely be a bright star in the party, I think. And he could do a lot of good there. He would certainly get Biden's backing if he did run for governor of Texas. I think he could oust the Republicans from that position. They've been hanging on tight, but there's definitely something coming that is going to cause a lot of emotion. So there's definitely another event. Now, there's COVID, the rolling outages, this storm that's just dumped stuff everywhere. I just sent an email to Sheila saying, do you want to join me? And she's texted me a picture saying, I'm still at work. I'll send us a sad face and a heart. And we will miss you. There we go. We will miss you. There we go. So I texted Sheila at Celtic and said, do you want to join me? But she's still at work. So, yeah, hi, Human Generic. Yeah, I'll have a look at the future of him too, Greg Abbott. So, thank you. Thank you for the compliment about my hair. It is growing out. Yeah, I think he could be offered the position, but I do think Texas is in for something still big coming. It could be a hurricane in the spring or something. Power outages. Look, there could even be problems because things weren't winterized properly and stuff. There's gas freezing. I do think there might be some event that is really going to highlight how badly Greg Abbott, a lot of how unprepared and how badly run Texas has been. When is Abbott up for re-election? Is it next year or? Are you comfortable? Other girls here. Are you comfortable? Mummy's got to work. Mummy wants to work here. Hmm? She's being a little missy. Oh, there she goes. Yeah. Blue wild heart. There shouldn't be any outages, but the utilities and all that have not been winterized, and they should be, because it's not unknown. Yeah. Sweet cameo. I was patting her before and she gave me a nip. Sweet my. Okay, so Greg Abbott. Let's see, when is he? Google. Greg Abbott. Hi, Greta. Hi, Carol J. Since 2015. So he must be up for re-election soon. Azulio. Aha. Hi, Linda B. So when is he? He's in the incumbent, yeah. To run for another term in 2022. So he is up for re-election next year. So what is it going to happen? Is Greg Abbott going to be ousted from the governor's office in 2022? Will he lose in 2022? Well, he's carrying a lot of burdens. That's a no cut. He's carrying a lot of burdens. Resources. Now, this is a yes, he will lose. Resources could play a part in this. He supported one of the lawsuits to overturn the election. So he may have lost some donors for that. He has painted himself into a tricky corner. Suspension, stopping momentum, judgment, people waking up, and how he's handled COVID, mishandled COVID, this storm, and there's another one coming, I understand, how he's mishandled that. He's leaving behind a legacy that's not very good, a legacy of wasted resources. I can get the offer, but there's going to be a change for him. I mean, yeah, he's got the nomination already, but I think Benno is going to be offered the nomination next year. Lack of support. Look, I think he might lose. But, you know, November next year is a long time off. But look, if it was held today, he would lose the election. I'm going to be keeping an eye on him over the next 20 months, and till the election next year. So he's definitely going to be one on the watch list. Yes, I saw that interview that Beto gave. Who doesn't want a rock star governor? I love it. They put that photo up of him when he was in that punk band back in the 90s or something. And they're like, you know, the Republicans put it out there trying to spurt you, but everyone was like, wow, how cool is that? And there's quite a few, how hot was he? So it's, yeah. So it's definitely, Beto definitely has, I think he's going to be offered the Democratic nomination. And I think he will take it. Wonder if he'll put on a pirate shirt. Oh dear. Benny Thompson. Yes, that's it. I was trying to remember his name, whether it was Benjamin or Thompson. So Benny Thompson. Will Benny Thompson's suit, will his, will more representatives or members of Congress join in on the suit? There's talk that more will join. More Democratic members of Congress join the suit. I'd laugh if some of the Republican ones joined in as well. That would be. Hi, Estelle Harrington. Hi, Grandma D. A lot of people just want to over with. Might take a little while. It might take some persuading. Yeah, I think some will join on in the suit. It's not about money. It's about establishing responsibility. So yes, I do think there will be some people joining in the suit. Some other Republican members, not Republican, Democrats joining in the suit. You know, they've been betrayed, and it's like, it's not really about money, but there's a lot at the moment. People really, they're just sick of it at the moment, so they're going to need a little bit of time to talk themselves around to the idea. But yes, there will be more people joining in on this suit. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit. Outside people or other people, yes, joining in on the suit. They're going to look at resources and all that. Will the suit succeed? Will it succeed? Will this lawsuit succeed? That's a good, and we'll have a look at that. Hi, Estelle Harrington, the former guy. The former guy, I suppose, is a good way of doing it. I be kind to all. is a good name to give him. Yeah, he wants to get his own message out there, and it must be getting very tired of, you know, having this about Trump and that about Trump. So it's like, you know, they blow up the Trump casino. What, didn't the Atlantic City local government, didn't they auction off the plunger thing for that to raise money for some charity? Am I correct in thinking that it was them that they auctioned off the chance to push the plunger down and blow up the casino to raise money for charity? I'm pretty sure that was them. So yeah, my glasses got a lot of reflection in them at the moment. So I think that was a wonderful thing to do. A great way to, and very cheeky way to raise money. I'm just going to adjust that camera a little bit. So that is not quite so much. Yeah, I have to keep my head down a little bit. So keep my head down, otherwise all you can see is like, I don't have eyes, I've got screens. Bit like Westworld. Will the lawsuit against Trump and Giuliani and co succeed? Page of Cups. Yeah. Ten of Swords. No. Two of Cups. Yes. Ten of Wands. No. There might be a settlement. An offer. Yeah, it might end up being settled out of court, but it is also going to be the first of many. They have everything they need, yes, and it is going to be victorious in that they will settle out of court. They will come to an agreement and settle out of court. Yeah, so it's, you know, they've got everything they need, but it's just like the first in a lot of civil cases that are going to be brought against Trump. I don't know about Ashley Babbitt's family, but definitely the other three protesters who died from natural causes, true, but due to being there and the exertion of being there, possibly even the family of those two officers who committed suicide, and of course the family of the officer who was murdered. Now, Lou Dobbs has been dropped from Fox. Who's next on the chopping block, do you think? I think I might look at Janine Pirro. Is Janine Pirro next on the chopping block at Fox? Trump, burning Trump cultured books. What, anti-Trump books or Hannity? You want it? Okay, I'll look at Janine Pirro next, and then I'll look at, yeah, has charge dismissed, but only after she went to mandatory, after she went to training, racial sensitivity training or something like that, which, well, Janine, the reason I'm picking on her is her and Maria Bartiromo are both named in that lawsuit by the software company. Let me know if you can hear that noise in the background from James. He's watching a movie and stuff. Can you hear anything like music and talking? Oh yeah, Pete Evans he's been getting into the poo over here for years. He was highly regarded, and then he started going off on all these weird things, weird tangents and things, and anti-vaccine and all sorts of things. So yeah, can you guys hear? You hear a bit, but it's not bothering. Yep, okay. Let me know if it gets too loud. Just a little bit. Okay. I'll be back in a minute. I'll just go and ask him. I'll close the doors. What have I got here? Okay, yeah, just shut the door. Yep. I think I'll just hook a thing in my back. My hair's growing down the back of my neck, and it can get a bit warm and humid there. Okay, so I'm back. So okay, Wild Heart guides. I'm calling on my guides. I'm just reading Wild Heart's question. Will Bannon, Flynn, Donovan Jr., Don Jr., Stowe, Manafort see prison in the near future? Not necessarily the near future, but some of them will be going back. Okay. Hi, Beverly Spencer. Welcome. Hi, Condagua. Yeah, welcome, Beverly. And hello, everyone who's watching, who's not on the chat. I really appreciate it. And hello to everyone who might be watching later after this is posted. I really, really I'm very honoured that you guys are coming along with me on this journey as I'm opening myself up some more and learning to trust what comes into my head. So no, that's all right. He apologised. He forgot that I was going live tonight, but I said, you know, it wasn't really making a lot of noise. So I just closed the door. So okay. Oh, lots of questions there. Okay, but first I'm going to ask the guides. Thank you for your help in helping find clarity and insight into today's hero. I did some meditation today. I had a job interview. Online, you know, the job interview. Janine Pirro. Oh, she's got something quite big coming to unsettle her. Okay. She's got plans for her show, but something big is she's going to be impacted very, very greatly by some event, and it's going to leave her really embattled. Getting away with something. She's got plans that she wants to get away with something, and something to do with resources as I'm going across the top there. Next to the tower, we've got new energy. So she's got this event happening that's going to be new energy. And next to embattlement, she's going to be embattled. But the Fox family is not, her relationships with her television family, it's going to be embattled, I think. The third line, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. She loves her luxuries. Strength, patience. I feel like that should be reversed, like she's pretty weak and she self-sabotages herself. Hi, Linda Sandoval. Hi, Aria Song. Thank you for the compliment. And justice. You know, I do think that Fox are going to get rid of her, and they'll be feel perfectly justified in doing it. She might try to sue them. And, you know, get a huge payout, but that won't work. What they'll do is what they're doing through Dobbs, what they did with Shepard Smith, who is a real loss to them, is basically pay out the contract, but she won't be on air and she won't be allowed to go anywhere else until the period of the contract is up. So, yeah. Yeah, the Trump Taj Mahal or something, isn't it? Hi, Nina Sanderson from Sweden. It's lovely to see you. I know you're a few hours behind us there. You're what, about 6.5, 7 hours behind us? So it'd be about 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay. Oh, Hannity. What's going to happen with Hannity? Let's have a look at Hannity. What's going to happen with Hannity? I feel like I should use a different deck for them. 2:30 in the afternoon in Sweden. Yeah. As I, like, thank you so much for all the thumbs up too. Let's see. Sean Hannity, what's in his a change, but his challenge is details. His challenge is not to be pushed right back to this bottom, I think, and have to start on the bottom rung. There's definitely a change happening with this man. But it is not all his wishes come true. At the base reading I'm doing across, he's got the wish card, but it's reversed. Greedy merchant, his greed and his avarice is going to be part of his undoing, basically. Empress smothering. Past actions, where is he at the moment? I think this doesn't often read Russia to me, but I think that there's going to be some ties that he has with Russia, just maybe with journalists or television, or some ties, even Russian businessmen that might be coming out that would not be good for the network. They're in enough of a kerfuffle as it is. Over this reading, it's Congress. He might be called in to answer some questions. He might be subpoenaed to appear before Congress. Might be. But there's also a need for him to be careful, listen to his instincts, and tread carefully. His immediate future, there are consequences to actions, and the consequences to his actions aren't necessarily very good. And in his immediate future, with the minor arcana, pretty soon, he's going to start feeling some consequences for his actions. Is Hannity going to prison? Well, I don't know. Now, in his environment currently, there's lots of communication and lots of forward motion and lots of communications, lots of momentum into a direction, not necessarily a direction he wants to go. I think he might be having a bit of a tussle with the network. They seriously need to clean up their image, and that might mean getting rid of people. Institution. What people see, they see someone who needs to answer. Yeah, he needs to go before Congress. So this is an institution, a place of laws, belief system. He needs to answer. He's got lots of questions. He needs to go. They see someone who needs to be taken before the institutions of the country and answer some questions. What are his hopes? He's really hoping that he can continue to delude the public and get away with stuff, but he's fearing that he's not going to be able to. This is both sevens. And that he's going to have to reap what he sows. He's going to have to pay the devil its dues. What are his outcomes? Queen of Pentacles, resources, a need for resources, a slowing down of maybe legal jeopardy maybe with a lawyer. Abusive position, trying to move on from that, from being perceived as somebody who abused his position to help a crooked and dangerous man. The rule of law reversed, the emperor reversed. Yes, he's going to, this is him helping Trump. The emperor reversed. The emperor stands for stability in government, the rule of law, wise leadership, none of which was Trump. And this dude really helped him. And he's going to be in some legal jeopardy because of that. And he's really going to have to look around and try and find some finances to help him. Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. As for jail, didn't really see any jail for him yet. That doesn't mean he won't end up there eventually. Love you too, Linda. I might have to sort out this camera position at some stage, because if I go too much this way, I disappear. No, hang on. Oh, there, that's better. Okay. Will Trump's adult children, will there be indictments within the Trump family soon? Let's have a look at that. Will there be indictments within the Trump family soon? Will there be indictments for members of the Trump family soon? I got a little bit longer yet going through my mind. Okay, will there be indictments by the end of March? It's the Trump casino, the Taj Mahal casino or something in Atlantic City that's being just blown up. The mayor auctioned off the opportunity to press the plunger, and the money went to charity, so to help people, the people within Atlantic City. So, yeah. Let's see. Will members of the Trump family be indicted before the end of March? Oh, the prosecutors are definitely working towards that. They're close to getting everything they need. Pretty much already have everything they need. I think they're just looking at timing. They're still gathering some information. They're still waiting for some information to come in, and possibly also sharing some information with You know, I got Chicago. Chicago went through my mind. So they're sharing information with Chicago. So don't be surprised if the district attorney in Chicago, they come out with something, or Illinois. Ten indictments by SDNY to various members of the family. They are keeping 4 very, very close to the chest. I think they might be the big 4 that they're going to slap on Donald. Definitely family. This is not GOP. This is definitely the Trump family. There's going to be 10 indictments handed down, 4 to Donald. They're definitely, yeah, very hopeful of in the cases. It's to do with money and spreading of resources and also lying, laundering, possibly quid pro quo. Yeah, I'd look for at least 6 indictments for various members of the, you know, like John Jr., Eric, possibly Ivanka. But I think they've got 4 big ones for Donald, weighing for Donald. And I also think that there's communication with other cities, law enforcement agencies in other cities. If they've come across stuff that pertains to other cities, they've sent that along. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. There's that 4 indictments again, 6 of Wands, victory. They've definitely got some indictments to do with the campaign finance fraud or something. It's victory. 4 of Swords. Yeah, I keep getting the 4. SDNY at least have got 4 indictments they're going to slap on Donald. And that's just from them. That's not any federal thing to do like with him being individual 1 or anything. That's quite separate from that. And I do feel that they're sharing information. Chicago, like I said, don't be surprised if the district attorney of Chicago comes out and announces an investigation. Yeah, the power grid, because it's not joined up to the national grid, Texas, so there's no backup when it went down. You've got gas freezing in the pipes, which is a dangerous situation in itself. Will people be held accountable for the power failures in Texas? I will answer. Hi, Anne Rudd, how are you? Will people be held accountable for the power failures in Texas? For the power grids failing in Texas? Lara Trump's going to try, but I don't think she'll get far. Will people be held accountable for the power failures in Texas? Oh, yes. The impact of these failures are going to be huge. I mean, people, what I gathered from what Beto was saying, unfortunately, people have lost their lives due to the weather. There's anxiety. Yeah, some people have been abusing their position. There's been corruption. Now, the Texas Rail, or whatever they are, the 3 members of that commission, Texas Rail Commission, who deal with a lot of the power stuff, they're all Republicans. They're definitely going to be hauled over the coals. There's definitely going to be investigations. Yes, people are going to be held accountable. It's because of anxiety and loss, abusive position, corruption. There will be consequences. There will be consequences. Yeah. This is courts and other institutions looking at things, looking at deals that were made. The 2 queens. Yeah, I think there will definitely be people held accountable. Hi, Tara Rayner. Will there be a power grab by the people to take back control of the utilities? Yeah, because water's been cut off. All sorts of things, hasn't it? In Texas. I just got going through my head that Greg Abbott might be forced to resign. I wouldn't say there'll be a power grab by the people. There's definitely going to be an overhaul, I think. An overhaul of the system and how it's run. Hi, Annie S. We're all doing a bit of a countdown till Trump's casino in Atlantic City is Ooh, sorry for the yawning, guys. Will Greg Abbott resign? He doesn't think he needs to, but will he? He's definitely got legal troubles coming up. He still thinks he's sitting pretty. Outside pressure. There's going to be a lot of outside pressure. He's going to try and hang in there. He might have to, but he's going to try and hang in there. But he's definitely going to be embattled. Yeah, I think he might be forced to in the end, but he's going to try and hang in there for as long as he can. But, you know, these Republicans, they're sneaky as, and, yeah. That's, yes, Uncover the News. Thank you for keeping us up to date with what's going on. Now, will there be a review of utilities and how they're run in Texas? Public utilities. Yes, there's definitely changes coming along. Justice, yeah, definitely justified changes. There's even possibly going to be some people, definitely debate, gaining ground, defensive, cutting through the crap, getting to the heart of the matter, new start. It's the way things are run. Oh, there's still more bad news coming for Texas. Here's that tower again. I mean, every state that's dealing with this weather as well as the pandemic is doing it hard. But Texas is one of those states, that even Louisiana, they're just not equipped to deal with this extreme sort of weather. Even a severe frost effect can bring things. A severe frost can bring things to a standstill in the states. And Texas is especially unprepared because it is not hooked up to the national power grid. There is no backup to help it out. There is definitely going to be review. There's definitely going to be changes, but there's still some event coming along that is going to, yeah, it's going to cause, there's still going to be an event, something to do with the power or the utilities in some way. Pipeline, I got pipeline. Even be a pipeline explosion because things freezing or pipeline leak. Those pipes are not fitted for this sort of weather. It's going to lead to a very strong case being brought against people. Review of groups, changes happening, debate, changes. Basically back to the drawing board on how things should be run. I keep going back to those pipelines with the gas freezing in them and stuff. It could be just be a rupture in the pipeline that, you know, but there's definitely a very couple of nasty things on the way. Could be to do with the power grid. It could be, I still keep coming back. I hope I'm wrong and that nothing happens with the pipeline, but there's definitely something big and nasty on the way. And people of Texas are going to be angry, and justifiably so. They're going to demand the truth, and they're going to demand review and renewal, back to the drawing board, and they will get their way. Yeah, so I hope I'm wrong. Yes, definitely. There's going to be more power outages. If you weren't with me earlier, I showed something on my phone about a trick you can do if you have a terracotta flower pot, relatively small one, or a middle-sized one, or something. Some candles and a couple of bricks, and you can set it up to create a a heating point with the terracotta warming up, and terracotta warms up and it puts out a very good heat, terracotta. And it's a way of warming a room. If your power's off, or if your power goes off and you've got no way of warming the room, you can't be lighting fires. Yeah, get some candles in a jar or some tea light candles, and you can set it up and it creates a sort of a stovepipe effect. But apparently it's very effective in pumping out heat. So oh, Deanna Gonzalez. I actually did a reading on Beto running for governor and winning, and yeah, I see him being offered the nomination for the Democrats, and I do think that he could win. Yeah, I did that earlier. So yeah, so I did that earlier. Deanna Gonzalez. I don't want people panicking and thinking, oh my God, there's going to be, you know, it's. I just think that there's, yeah, there's some event coming, and it's going to cause trouble. I feel it could be the pipeline, just because I keep getting drawn to the pipeline, because it's just a very weak spot. It's a very big weak spot, but it could be weather related or something. But don't, yeah. If you can, keep in touch with any family members and friends you have in Texas, and just tell them, you know, let them know that you're thinking of them, and you're hoping the best, and just, you know, okay. There was some other questions before. Somebody was asking about other people. Yeah, people are unfortunately dying in Texas, and it's not from COVID or from the cold, or sometimes it's like just the cold. Now, somebody said the GOP versus the GQP. What's the GQP? Who asked that? Is that a new offshoot of the Republican Party or something, or what? Adam King's and Joe Darling are a group. I do like that man. Hey, he's sexy as hell, but I do think that he's sort of shows the leadership potential that is needed to drag a party out of the mud that it's been sinking into for the last 25 years. Oh, short 36 hours. Oh, Deanna. There's only one good thing I can think about, that is that if you had stuff in the fridge, it was hardly likely, from freezers, it was hardly likely to spoil, but 36 hours without power. Oh. The building's gone. Hi, Catherine Stubbs. Yeah, yeah, with a terracotta pot. It has to be a terracotta pot. The Grand Q party. Yeah, what's the Grand? Oh, Q. QAnon and all that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'll. Oh my goodness me. Sorry about the yawns, guy. Had a couple of short night's sleep. I don't know why. But, we've got things pretty easy over here. You know, so yeah. I saw photos of people getting out their barbecues and burning boxes in the barbecues and stuff. Yeah. Hi, Geek Hillbilly. Yes, we've been. Uncover's been keeping us up to date in that. How you going in Kentucky, Geek Hillbilly? I know that not the entire state's covered, but a good 90% of it's covered in snow. A tin can. Yeah. You recorded a live video. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Winter storm warning, expecting another 6 inches by evening. Is that overall or is that in any specific area, Geek Hillbilly? Hi, Edna May. Okay, let's see. This is another thing that they're going to have to address, that Biden administration is going to have to address. Look at this. How are the Biden administration going to deal with this? What can they do to help? I mean, they've already got the COVID relief bill hopefully going through. Hopefully, they're saying, look, you know, people need this money more than ever. Yeah. How is this ice storm going to affect the COVID relief bill? Pretty much at the top of the agenda now. The storm, Biden's definitely saying, look, these people need relief with money and stuff now, even now, more so now, even more so now. And so Biden is definitely addressing it. Basically, it's become part of the relief bill agenda. Because even now, even more than ever, people need money. They need to be able to go and buy food. They need to be able to, you know, the world's watching. The world is watching. I hear stories of states where, in some cases, up to 10,000 people are leaving the Republican Party You know, maybe 10% of them are going over to Democrats, but the rest are staying independent. But they're changing their affiliation from Republican to independent, or in some cases Democrat. And this is what I'm getting: people walking away, people walking away. Sorry. In states, especially in states that are run by Republicans and things aren't getting done. They feel like basically, pardon the pun, that they've been left out in the cold. There should be money, not just federal money, but the states should have money and resources that they're spending on this, on helping this, but they're not. And, you know, where they're asking, where are the resources? This person is very, very angry, and it's like, why? Standing up and fighting and saying, why are we in the situation we're in? If the houses, say if there's a Democratic governor and the houses both houses are controlled by the Republicans, you know, they're not going to blame the Democratic governor. They're going to blame the Republicans in the houses, especially in the This is just another thing that the state governments have botched. Another thing they're not getting help on. Yet another thing they're being let down on. And they know that in this case, the case of the storm, they know it's not the federal government, it's not the Biden administration that's botching it, but the state government administration. But they also know that the Republicans are trying to force Biden into less of a deal. And they're just like sick of it. They're starting to, this is like straw that broke the camel's back for quite a few people. The world is watching, and the world's saying, what the hell? You know, people are feeling isolated. This is like, you're not looking after us. Our state governments, they're supposed to look after us. The federal government too, but state governments in this is going to get a lot of the ire. You're not looking after us. Where are the resources? Why haven't they been used properly? Where are they going? They're going to demand investigations, I think. Yeah. People are really starting to get angry, and they're getting angry too at the Republicans in DC, you know, playing silly buggers. Biden saying that people need this relief now more than ever. And yeah. Do I see Lara Trump running for office and winning? I know Lindsey Graham is running his mouth off about her. Tides at the highest achievement. She's certainly talking about it. She wants to use the Trump name. She thinks she can win. She thinks the American people love her dad, love her father-in-law, so that by extension they should love her. She really does see herself as the next Trump empress. She wants to displace Ivanka. She's willing to make any deal to make that happen. Surprising news for her support. Whoops! This is what's in her political future. She might try. Rough transition or pay the devil his due. She might try, but she's not going to succeed. She's not going to succeed. Any bid she makes office, including the White House, going to go down in flames. No, she's not going to get anywhere. Not anywhere major. No. Human generic, you had to bring a crippled chicken inside. Oh, poor baby. The cat hut and the outside, in the cat hut for the outside kitties. Oh, you are so sweet. Yeah, don't go anywhere in your cars unless you absolutely have no choice. And if you do, you know, take things with you that you can at least, you know, a good collection of tea light candles. Take a couple of bricks, like take about 4 bricks and a terracotta thing and tea light candles and water and food, even if it's protein bars or something. Take, you know, make sure you got those and extra blankets and stuff that you can. And an EPIRB. If you have an EPIRB, I think people should be, especially if you're traveling vast distances, you should have an EPIRB, which is the personal GPS locating, emergency locating beacon. Okay, who's got a question for me? Hi, Maureen Howe. Thank you for that. Love the palm trees. Anyone got a question for me? Hello, everyone who's watching. Oh, the chair over here again. It keeps showing back that way. I really hate that people are losing their lives with this. Oh, yeah, first days in office. Thank you, Uncover the News. Merrick Garland, what's he going to tackle these first days in office? I know someone asked me earlier about Merrick Garland. So what's he going to look at? Clearing house is what came to mind. A fresh start. A fresh start. Ensuring that clearing the place out so that when he can step forward and carry out the proper job at the DOJ with confidence. Definitely there's going to be a shake-up, I think. He's going to be a very strong, passionate, wise leader, but do not cross him. If he tells you to do something, you do it. He's got good reason for it. There's definitely going to be some juggling. He will say there are going to be people who slowed things down and hindered progress. And he will be calling them into his office and saying, why should you keep your job? And possibly even you will be before a judge. 4. He's keeping things close to his chest. He's not saying much about what his agenda is going to be. I do feel there's going to be 4 sections that get particular attention from him. The management part of those sections. He is very committed to delegating and sharing. He has the ultimate say, he knows that, but he's got very good deputies who he is very committed to sharing the load with. There's definitely going to be some investigations into Republican interference in the DOJ. And there's going to be some retirements, forced retirements. And they're going to be quite surprising. And we might not, it might not impact people who hear the stories on the news, or such and such is retiring from the DOJ. But within the DOJ, their retirement's going to have a big impact. Yeah, there's still stuff to come to light. There's still stuff that's being hidden. There's still deals that have to be uncovered. But things are going to come to light, and he is going to improve things out of sight. It will be a much better department because he is running it. You've got 25 of the little fur balls. Oh, you're so generous. You were so lovely, human generic. Okay, Linda. You look after yourself. Okay. You want an update on Ghislaine Maxwell? Let's have a look at what's going on with her. God, the highest truth and compassion. Thank you. Oh, she's not got some good things coming towards her. I mean, there's more going to come out about her past actions. She's been getting a lot of threats. And she's, you know, her anxiety about them is very real. She's been getting a lot of threats. It's 4 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. There are people who really need to be moved. And they are going to be removed. There are some people in position that are going to be moved to threaten, to lessen the threat against her. But she is being kept in isolation. There is a change coming for her. It's not something she can avoid, but it's probably going to put her in a slightly better position than she's in now. Well, in a lot better position than she's in now. All the 3 of those are major arcana. Links to Russia are going to come out. There's going to be more investigation, and she's going to try and avoid justice. Heaven knows how. Maybe try and make a deal to skew justice more towards her, but no, blocked emotions. She's not going to get away with it. This is blocked ideas, blocked emotions. Yeah, look, she's getting a lot of threats. She's being kept in isolation for her own safety. She's trying to make a deal where she can escape with as little against her as possible, but that's not going to turn in her favour. Justice is not going to turn in her favour, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Hi, Michael Dow. And I think I'm going to wrap it up because I do Thursday mornings as well, so that will mean I'm back tomorrow morning my time, which is Wednesday night your time, so tonight your time. So what I'm going to do is wrap it up, and then I'll see you guys again in, I don't know, about 12 hours or so. And yeah, so have a good day. If you have to drive somewhere, please be careful. Have some water, have blankets and stuff and food and water in the car, and, you know, please don't get trapped anywhere, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong. Love you all, and I'll see you tonight your time. Will Barr finally come to justice? One, okay, I'll throw 2 cards on that. Will Barr finally come to justice? Just for you, Wild Heart. Investigations, answers, wishes, yes, yeah. It's going to be very chaotic. It's going to cause a kerfuffle, but yes, he will. Okay, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.